Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the video. Smoke Man Joe back at it with the NFL Week 13 picks against the spread video. And guys, I hope each and every one of you had a wonderful, great Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's pretty full out the turkey and dressing or whatever you like to eat on Thanksgiving, guys. Hope you had a wonderful time with your family, with your friends as well. Shout out to everybody over on Patreon. If you're on Patreon, y'all already know what's going on. Right now, we on a 17-2-1 run over on Patreon. We absolutely been crushing it since last Friday, guys, and I plan to keep the momentum going. Here in this video, I got 5 money picks. 3 of the money picks I've already bet and put on Patreon. I'm giving them to you here right now, guys, on the channel. So with that, let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. I got 2 college football plays as well. Friday, we got Utah, a 3-point underdog. They going up against USC here. I like USC to win and cover that game, guys. And Saturday, we got the Big 12 championship game, a rematch from early in the season where we got Kansas State plus 2.5 going up against TCU. I think Kansas State gets some revenge here. As long as Kansas State quarterback can stay healthy, because if you roll with me, the first meeting between these two teams, you know what happened. The first string quarterback got hurt. Second string came in and he was balling pretty good till he got hurt. And Kansas State ended up losing an 18-point lead at the half and letting TCU come back and win that game. But here, I'm all over Kansas State here in this spot, guys. I think somehow, some way, they pulled an upset over TCU in the Big 12 championship. On to NFL Week 13 picks, guys. Like I said, I got about 5 money picks in this video. 3 of the money picks I've already bet on Patreon, guys. So let's get right into it. Thursday night football. We got the Buffalo Bills traveling to New England to play the Patriots. Right now, New England is a 5-point home underdog. And I like Buffalo to win and cover this game, guys. I told you guys last week I'm really not sold on New England. Even though I wanted to bet them last Thursday over the Vikings, it was a play against the Vikings. And I'm glad I didn't touch none of those games because, of course, I would have lost that bet. But here, guys, I'm just not trusting this New England team to go toe-to-toe with Buffalo here. I'm not at all. Buffalo has been very lackluster against the spread over the last month, guys. And I think this is a get-right spot for them against the spread in prime time over Bill Belichick. So I like Buffalo to win the cover. I won't be betting this game, though, guys. Next up, we got the Denver Broncos, a 8.5-point underdog, traveling to Baltimore to play the Ravens. And like I said last week, you can't trust the Ravens with these point spreads, especially a point spread like this. And I know Denver's been looking like crap as well, guys, but there's no way I can lay more than a field goal with the Baltimore Ravens right now. So with that, I got to take Denver to cover, but I believe Baltimore wins this game. Next up, we got the Cleveland Browns traveling to Houston to play the Texans. Right now, Houston is a 7-point home underdog, and Deshaun Watson is back, guys, and he's coming for blood in this game. And I know this is probably going to be the public player of the week. I'm not betting this game, guys, but there's no way Cleveland is losing this game. It's just no way, guys. I like Cleveland to win and cover. Next up, and we got the Washington Commandos traveling to New York to play the Giants. The Giants is 1.5-point home underdog. I'm rolling with Washington one more week, guys, to win and cover this game. I'm just not sold on the Giants offense. I believe these two teams, this is the first meeting between these two teams. They will play again, I think, in a couple weeks, and the Giants might get that win. But here in this first matchup, point spread like this, I got to roll with the better defense, and that's Washington, guys. I know they're on the road, but it is what it is. They're playing with a lot of momentum right now, and I think it carries over here. I like Washington to win the cover. Next up, in my first official money pick in this video, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Detroit to play the Lions. This game opened up Jags plus 1.5, and it's moved to Detroit plus 1 now, guys. And I bet it already. This is one of my best bets on Patreon. I'm rolling with Jacksonville to win and cover this game, guys. I think their defense is going to be the difference here in this matchup. I know the Lions have been playing great ball here over the last, 4 or 5 weeks. I think they done covered like their last 4 games against the spread. I think this is where they cool off, guys. Jacksonville, again, they're playing with house money. I think they come in here and get the job done. Next up, in my second official money pick in this video, we got the New York Jets traveling to Minnesota to play the Vikings. The Jets, 3-point road underdog. Now, I know a lot of people like the Jets. They got a good defense, but this Mike White guy, I'm not sold on him, guys. I know he beat up on Chicago last week, but that was the Bears. One of the worst defenses in the NFL, guys. I like Minnesota here. I don't know if they cover the 3, so I prefer you guys to take Minnesota on the money line, but because I can see Minnesota winning this game by a field goal, but there's no way I see these boys losing to the Jets. If the Jets find a way to win this game, guys, they will be a playoff team. Right now, I know they're like 7-4. I don't see the Jets as a playoff team, guys. They're about to start losing some games down the stretch, and I believe it starts here. Next up, and my third official money pick in this video, a game that I've already bet is up on Patreon right now. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers, 1.5 point underdog. I think it's down to a pick 'em now. Traveling to Atlanta to play the Falcons. I'm all over Pittsburgh here, guys. Again, you got the better defense, better head coach, hell, better quarterback. Because granted, Mariota, he's not a passer, guys. He's a runner. And I don't see Atlanta being able to run the ball on this Pittsburgh defense, guys. And I'm liking Pittsburgh here to win and cover this game. Third official money pick in this video. Next up, we got the Tennessee Titans, a 6-point underdog, traveling to Philly to play the Eagles. Man, this is a tough game. I haven't even wrote down who I think is going to win and cover this game, guys. So I know the public's going to be all over Tennessee here. I understand that. They played very, very well as an underdog, guys. And last week, they let us down. Even though I didn't bet the game, I had it as a money pick. It didn't come through. Cincinnati got the job done in that game, guys. But going to Philadelphia, tough environment to play in, guys. I'm rolling with Philly here. I'm rolling with Philly to win and cover this game. I know they banged up on the defense as well, guys, but how do you attack this Tennessee defense with a mobile quarterback? I think that will be the difference here in this game, and I think the Philadelphia Eagles find a way to win this game by a touchdown. Next up, we got the Green Bay Packers traveling to Chicago to play the Bears. Right now, the Bears are a 3-point home underdog, and I don't care if Aaron Rodgers starts or not, guys. I like Green Bay here in this spot. Man, this Chicago defense is just awful, straight up awful, guys. And Justin Fields may or may not play. It doesn't matter to me, guys, who's quarterbacking here for either team, guys. I'm just rolling with Green Bay. They had a better defense. I think they had a better running game, in my opinion, guys. So the running game and defense travels. And Green Bay, they own Chicago, guys. I know it's Aaron Rodgers, but until Chicago can finally get the monkey off their back and defeat Green Bay, you got to take Green Bay in this price range. Next up, and another tough one, we got the Miami Dolphins, a 3.5 point road underdog, traveling to San Francisco to play the Niners. I got San Francisco to win this game, guys. Miami might cover the 3.5 or the 4, guys. I just think San Francisco defense and their running game is going to be the difference here as well, guys. I don't think Miami is going to be able to attack this San Francisco defense the way they've been able to attack everybody else. And then I think a lot of people are going to look at what Miami did last week to Houston and think that's going to carry over here. I just don't see it happening, guys. It's going to be a very entertaining game, one of the better games on the slate this week, guys. But I like San Francisco to win this game, guys. Take them on the money line. I made it an official money pick on the money line. I'm not laying the 3.5. I like San Francisco to win this game outright. Next up, and no, this is not a money pick. We got the Seattle Seahawks traveling to LA to play the Rams. Seattle is a 10-point favorite here, guys. I'm not laying 10 points with Geno Smith. Period, point blank. I know the Rams look like trash here. They 0-3 in their division. They need a win in the worst way, guys. I'm putting Seattle on upset alert. I know they look great against my Raiders last week as far as on the offensive side of the ball, guys, but let's be honest, the Raiders defense is not that good. But the Rams plus 10 at home, you think I'm trying to lay 10 points with Geno Smith? I don't give a damn how good Geno don't look this season. I'm not laying 10 points with no Geno. You want to back Seattle as an underdog. Them as a favorite, straight auto fade, in my opinion. I like the Rams to cover this game. Hell, I won't be shocked if the Rams win this game outright. Next up, in my fifth and final money pick in this video, we got the LA Chargers traveling to Las Vegas to play my Raiders. Right now, my Raiders is a 1.5 point underdog. Open up at 2.5. It's down to 1.5. I told everybody on Patreon to go ahead and hammer the Raiders. And I already have done that, guys. And I like the Raiders here to win the cover, guys. Revenge spot here. Plus, we playing with house money on a 2-game winning streak. We got to keep the momentum going, guys. 3 of those games that I've already gave y'all, guys, my Raiders, the Jaguars, and the Steelers, all was 3-7 last week. They all won outright, guys. The Cleveland Browns, they was 3-7. They won outright as well as underdogs. All 4 of those teams, in my opinion, are going to be fighting for the 7th and final wild card spot, guys. And I'm not laying 7 points with Cleveland. But with these other 3 teams, Raiders, Jags, and Steelers, I think they got to keep the momentum going, guys. That's why I bet all 3 of them and gave them out on Patreon. I'm giving them out here to you guys in this video as money picks, just because I think they keep it going. I think all 3 teams keep it going because, like I say, these 3 teams are fighting for that 7th and final wild card spot, guys. So with that, I think the Raiders come back and get some revenge here in this matchup against this suspect Chargers run defense. They can't stop a nosebleed, guys. I think Josh Jacobs is going to have another big day, guys. Look into his player props. If it's anything over 100, 125 yards, I like that, guys. This man had 300 scrimmage yards last week, guys. So I think it carries over in a big, big way. Also, the Raiders are getting cornerback Nate Hobbs back. He could have played last week, but he'll be back this week for this game, guys. That's going to be a big, big help to our secondary here in this matchup, guys. So with that, I love my Raiders here in this spot. This probably be the final time I bet my Raiders for a while, because after this game, we got the Rams next Thursday night on my birthday, guys, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be laying points there. And you know how I am with the Raiders. I'm not laying no points with the Raiders, guys, even though I feel like we'll win that game, but we're probably going to be laying a field goal or more, and there's no way I can do that with the Raiders, guys. But here, hammer the Raiders, 5th official money pick in this video. Next up, we got the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. Cincinnati is a 2.5 point home underdog. I think it's down to 2 now. I like Kansas City to win and cover this game, guys. Playoff revenge. The Chiefs got beat by the Bengals last year in the regular season and in the AFC Championship game. I'm pretty sure Patrick Mahomes had this game circled on his calendar, guys. So, yeah, shout out to the Bengals. They've been doing a lot of good things here over the last few weeks. I think they won maybe 3, 4 in a row, but I think it comes to an end here, guys. I like Kansas City to get some payback here in this spot. Next up, we got Sunday Night Football. We got the Indianapolis Colts, a 10-point underdog, traveling to Dallas to play the Cowboys. Dallas in these big spreads, not the way I'm trying to go, guys. I like the Colts to cover this game, guys. Game I won't be betting at all, but I just think their defense is going to keep them in this game. If Matt Ryan can avoid turning the damn ball over and getting sacked, which I don't think he'll be able to avoid neither probably in this game, but hopefully he can keep the turnovers down, guys, get this running game going. I know the Colts will play great defense for 60 minutes here, guys, and if they do that, they should be able to cover the spread, guys. The Colts, another team you want to back as an underdog and not as a favorite, guys. Shout out to Dallas. They've been doing a lot of great things all season long, but here in this spot, 10 points, that's just way too many. And if you are going to bet this game, wait till Sunday, guys, because if we go up to 11, 11 and a half, I'm probably going to sprinkle a little something on the Colts as well. But for video purposes, I like them plus the 10. Next up, and we got Monday Night Football. The New Orleans Saints, a 3.5 point underdog, traveling to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. And man, Tampa Bay, they've been very lackluster as well. New Orleans seems like they can't get out their own way right now, guys. But everybody know that Tom Brady struggles against this team. Well, at least he has since he's been with Tampa Bay. There's no way I can bet this game. I like Tampa Bay to win, but I can't lay 3.5 with this team, guys. So if you want to take New Orleans to cover this game, more power to you guys. That's really all I got on that. I think the Buccaneers find a way to win this game on prime time Monday Night Football. There you guys have it. All of my NFL Week 13 picks. I'm going to run down my money picks again for you guys. I got the San Francisco 49ers on the money line. I got the Minnesota Vikings on the money line, guys. And 3 bets that I've already put on Patreon. Jacksonville Jaguars plus the 1.5 and on the money line. Pittsburgh Steelers money line And my Las Vegas Raiders plus the 1.5, and on the money line as well. We're on a 17-2-1 run right now on Patreon. I feel like it's going to carry over this week as well, guys. Also, for my college best bets on Friday, I like USC minus the 3 over Utah. And I like Kansas State plus 2.5, and on the money line over TCU. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the video, guys. Follow me on Patreon at Joe Picks on patreon.com. Have a wonderful, great week. Let's get this money. Let's cash these tickets. Shout out to you guys. Let's get this money. I'm out.